if I'm actually live, because it says I am, but who knows? Am I live? Yes, I'm live. Okay. So, chat. There we go. This is just going to be a short stream. First, show and tell, because I decided to call this piece finished. As you can see, there's quite some gaping holes in here, and I could try and fix that, but I already put 2 bottles of varnish in here, so would have been better with resin. And the effect, of course, is this, as far as you can see anyway, because there's lighting everywhere. But I think you can see it like this. Getting a bit. It's nice and see-through. Skin is way too pink. The brown layer barely did nothing. So if I'm ever going to do this again, I'm going to use a resin. That's probably going to be a lot less wasteful. But at least this is a non-toxic way you can do it. So it is a possibility. I tried it. I tried my hardest. Didn't really go as planned, but I'm still pleased with it. And the one who this was for is pleased with it as well. So that's most important. So that's the end of the varnish 3D print project. And we're now going to look for a nice place to put it where it can capture some light. I continued painting this with the dabbing method, and by the looks of it, I think it's about 6 layers now, and I think it needs 1 or 2 coats. So by the way, let's start doing that. I also have things to show soon enough, but they're still in my UV chamber, or as I like to call it, they're still baking. Because yes, I did swords today. I finished them all except, well, one is still baking, and then I need to add the charms. So I will do that later. There's some resin on this. Found out that tape is quite handy to clean a silicone mat. Doesn't pick up everything, but this is not the greatest tape in the world. It's super sensitive, so it's more like washi tape. And I have yet to take my crappy other paper tape to this place, so I can use that as well. And good evening to you. So yes, I did a few layers in between, because otherwise I would be just painting everything the same time and stuff like that, and that's boring. So this is maybe the last layer. And I have to be honest, I am not completely sure if I can stream coming Tuesday. And that's because someone very near me has got the disease for the 3rd time, by the way. So that means I probably have it for the 3rd time as well. Currently, I only have a little bit of throat pain, but it could change. And if that happens, well, we'll just have to see when I feel better, good enough to stream again. We are quarantining again, Because even though some people say it's all gone, it can still be dangerous to some people. And we're looking out for those. And even if it isn't dangerous for you, perhaps you could pass it on to someone who is weak to it. So we're not taking any chances. So if there's no stream this first day, well, then at least you know the reason. Unless you don't see the stream, then you might be like, huh, what's happening? But then I'll probably announce it on my Twitter. Okay. And I'll probably also mention it on Facebook or whatever. I gave Sushi a little layer of varnish. Before I want to do even more stuff. Is this paint already dry? Close enough. Is this dark enough? Yes, it should. This is the broad line. Well, I still consider it very thin. And I'm using dark brown as a color because I like brown line art over black one because that's less harsh. Probably gonna use spray varnish after this. I apologize if I don't talk much, but I'm kind of focusing. And sometimes I need to clean my pen. That's why I always save scrap paper. It's a shame I have to quarantine again. Besides that, quarantining is never fun. It also means I can't continue my miniature books because they're in a different studio. The big one. Do I have a bigger, wider brown? Let's see. What kind of brown are you? This one isn't thick enough. It's too transparent. This is too red, and I'm gonna check for my other marker. Here we go. Do I have a dark brown in here? It's not metallic, anyway. I have plenty. Noops, noops, noops. It's either black or metallic. Oh well. Then we're just continue with this one. You are seeing the difference, so it is working. You always wonder where you got it from. We are pretty much assuming from the running competition we visited last Sunday. There we go. Because there were a few thousand of people and they were all standing very close together. That's how you spread things. It was a super spreader event, probably. So I need a better permanent marker. Brown one. You always have to be careful you don't ruin your pen. Alcohol markers are translucent. They would not work on this. Even the black one is the only one that isn't translucent that much, but I don't want black lines, so you need the dark brown. and that one is still translucent. I mean, if you would work regularly with alcohol markers on transparent things, you will notice it immediately that those are not the type of marker you should use for this kind of work. So let's not put it over the acrylic paint. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. But I'm just an impatient person, so that's why I don't like doing this that much. I should look into a better way to do this. Or just a thicker marker. I mean, it is looking good. Halfway. Let me calculate. Sushi should be released probably in April. Which is, if I remember correctly, also her birth month. Sushi is born in the second month of Penta. And I'm not really sure if that's the 4th or the 5th month. I can actually check it. There's a page where I have, oh wait, I even have it in an Excel that I still have open. Penta, 5th month. And I actually have the dictionary. Time. Penta, penta, penta. Penta means will. Well, it's the 4th month, and it means in the second language willpower. It doesn't really mean willpower as in that word you can use for willpower, but the meaning of penta is the month penta is willpower. So it's the 4th second month. And ironically, if I recall correctly, that will be the month when the sushi file will be released. When was Mayanaka? Because that's then the 5th. No. Mayanaka is the 7th month. Would have been an absolute coincidence. Clean the marker. Clean the marker. So these are her official colors, but if someone else wants to do different colors, it's fine by me. Okay. Is it possible to redo it and get better, or do you rub it off again? Yeah, apparently you rub it off again. You probably could also use this as a stamp. But I think black lines, if you have a good solid marker, are going to be better. I missed a spot over here. If I just do it brown, it won't be noticeable that much. I finished the art of my Christmas cards. So it's now at the poetry department. And considering I have unexpected days off this weekend, it depends on if I do get sicker than I am right now. If it stays with the throat pain, then well, then I'm glad anyway. But then I can probably do some preparing for the 3D printing. The only plus side of catching the disease now is that I shouldn't be able to get this strain again, which means I should be fine before the doll fair. No, this sushi won't be for sale because it's my very first one. Others might probably be for sale eventually, but not this one. Never the first. Okay. I think this should be it. Nicely 3D printed. And I have gloss varnish spray. Where are you? That's primer. I made that mistake once. Clear varnish. I will probably do that afterwards because the space where I do this is not clear right now. So while you are away, and by the way, I will still do the sides, I will still do the back, but I'm learning a lot from this one already. My little sushi. Right. Let's see how my baking project is going. Good. It's the same type of silver, by the way. No, this one is different. Decided to try something new with the swords. And this black one is the first test model of that. It's something I can only use on this type of sword. Unfortunately, you can't really see it because it's very subtle, but they're very soft, small blue sparkles in this black. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. Don't think it can zoom in. Huh. Right, so this is a long one, and this is an equal and the same length. Right. This is going to be a single one. My swords always have 3 types of charms. And a 4th one, a big one in the front, but we'll look that up close soon. I believe there's one that's different, but I will show that one later. And then you'll see why it's different. And this is actually the easiest part, the least time consuming. Painting this handle, that's what taking a lot of time, because that takes ages to dry. Well, ages is overreacting, but you do a few, and when the last one is done, the first one isn't dry just yet. You usually need a couple of days to paint the handles. You need to harden them well, and there are always 3 or 4 coats of paint. Sometimes more, depends on how transparent the paint is. And then, of course, you need to varnish it so it will stay pretty for as long as possible. So if I would put it in time, 5-6 days just for painting alone. And then, of course, I need to find matching charms. That sometimes takes a while as well, but usually not that long. This is not wide enough. I've been doing all the swords for sale this afternoon. Not yet the ones that were requested / commissioned. Those are still on the side because, well, I need to put my make picture of my suggestion and send it to the persons. Okay, and we have a sword. This is the front. Usually with this type of sword, I do a charm on both the back and the front, but in this case, I'm just choosing. Wait, where did this white spot come from? Oh wait, that's just. It is a bit of paint, but I can scrape it off carefully. And this probably needs a couple of days more to harden the resin. It's UV resin, and I have it in my UV chamber, but it still could use a few days to harden. So let's put this to the side. And let's pull away this one. So I have a clean show and tell spot. There we go, we'll put it back soon. This is a silicone mat, an extra large one, because I like working on silicone mats because it's easier to clean. And it doesn't really curl up like all the old paper and stuff does. So we have this Halloween themed sword. I'm probably gonna make pictures this weekend. With, let's see if I can zoom in a bit. It's a webcam, so I don't really have a zoom thing. We have a little kitty on the moon, a rose, and an upside down bat. and a spider. So this has more charms than my usual model, hence why I'm doing it only on one side and not two. And this was painted, these gems or whatever were painted, and with a dab of resin to make it look prettier. So this one will be for sale. The release will be the Doll Fair. So let's put this one over here. Then the probably only, or probably not anytime soon, duo swords. These will be sold as a set. I call them twin swords, sister swords, brother swords, whatever you want to call them. And this set is called Castor and Pollux, after the myth of Castor and Pollux. They're also a star sign or constellation. One is moon, one is sun. I know Castor and Pollux don't really have anything to do with the moon and the sun, but I needed two things that are connected but different. So the moon and the sun has the same type of star and has the same type of charmed circle. They have the same type of charm over here. One with a painted triangle in blue, but doesn't really want to focus on here. And the other one with a silver one, and it has different rhinestones. So this is a set, and I will only sell it as a set. Both have the sword part painted, this one in blue, this one in holographic silver. You can't really see it on this camera, and this one has a blue handle and holographic handle. So Castor and Pollux. I won't make them more expensive than the other swords. It will be the same price, but then double. So this one will be 15. This one will be 30. Well, those two. And now the other swords. I need to put these swords into somewhere. Oh, this is not charming. And I need to put them somewhere where I can put them in the sunlight so they can harden extra. And I always use mugs for that. Okay, you can be over here. There we go. Like this mug. It ooh, there's things in there. This one got broken on the inside, so that's why I use it for pretty much everything it's not supposed to. So I need to find a way to package Castor and Pollux nicely, but at least now I can put this in the sun so it can harden, and it's going to be fully hard at Doll Fair. This one is a green sword with the same type and then 3 charms. I really like hoops, hence why I'm adding a lot of hoops. This one has a dragon and a storybook. And I'm probably gonna make pictures this weekend. This is one that only has 2 charms. This one was inspired by a request. It has a phoenix. And I decided to put a chain behind it. So it's a bit hard to see. And it has a red sakura and a hoop with gems. So that's a phoenix type. I had a lot of phoenix charms, but a few were too big. And I probably need to find back where I put the others because, of course, that's what you get when moving. Things get misplaced. A purple one with a large rhinestone on both sides. With a moon, a hoop with gems, and a geometric flower. Probably a lot of people made this at high school with math, at least I did. A sparkly one that has red gems over here, but the handle is purple with red and blue glitter. Don't think you can see it on camera that much. You can see it slightly, very slightly. And this one has a sickle with a, well, with a dot. It is a little teardrop and a hoop. Okay. This one is a bit inspired by older designs because I simply have a lot of these 3 stars. Let's see. Here it is. Here it is. It's focusing on my hands. Is there a way to prevent that? That's something I will look into later. It's not really something you can see, but this one has 3 stars, 2 small ones, 1 in the big. And then I put blue rhinestones. And it has 4 gems. It has a planet and an intricate star. Okay, so this I'm gonna put out my oven or my UV chamber. Okay, so you can stand over here. I need more mugs here, but that's okay. I'll get them as soon as, well, as soon as everything is coming here. I need to make sure this is not in the light. Let's put it over here. Used a lot of UV resin today. Do I have a mug or jar? Well, I do, but I need one that's stable. I'll just put it in my phone holder because that's jarry as well, which I will decorate in the future. I mean, this one's a bit sad. This was one of my of a giveaway cabinet, which I found a really big treasure last time, but I will talk about that later. Okay. Seriously, how can there be glitter on here? I didn't even use glitter. This one is a little fairy. Let's see. Let's see if I can prove this by putting this behind it. Not much improvement. It's a webcam, it's not a camera, so it doesn't really help that much. Anyway, this is a fairy with wings, tiny fairy, with a little heart, a tassel. I had a tassel in the right color, and a little star. I need something in here to make it get up a bit. There we go. Slightly bigger. Got a black one with a little clover. A set of keys. I really like this key ring with little keys. A lock and a lotus flower. There we go. This is a bit salmon pink with a rose, a hoop, another hoop, and a heart. Some more calm one for people want to wear it in their hair for work, for example. Really like this purple one. Where are you? Where are you? How did you get stuck like that? It's an intricate charm with 3 hearts and a pearl and a gemstone. This is holographic purple, which you can't really see here. You can't even see it. You need to have daylight for this. You can't really see it in artificial light. With, something with an oval and a pearl, a wing, and 2 hoops. Almost done. Got a pink one, sweet pink, with a dragon charm, a lotus, some kind of flower, and a dagger. I don't really often use the daggers, but and the last one is a blue one with, well, I call it a whale tail, but some people might call it a mermaid tail. I don't really mind. A hoop, a conch, or a shell, whatever you want to call it. Seriously, where do all those glitter come from? With double-sided gems. So I have 2 types of swords. This is what I call the classic sword. That just has decoration on one side. But it's about the same size. And this one has double-sided, but there's not much creativity you can do with this one. Well, thus far, because I still have to find my creativity. So these are the ones that will be for sale. I'll be making pictures of them probably this weekend, considering I'm quarantined. I mean, what else do I have to do? What can I do? And if I put them over here, they'll be in sunlight tomorrow. Whoops. Go. Sunlight. Bask in sunlight tomorrow. So those are the ones I have for sale. I can put this one away. And I don't really have much projects for now. I mean, I can still start painting these, but to be honest, I don't really want to. I'm not really in the mood, so I'm probably gonna clean up. Let's see. You can go over here. I can clean up because I pulled out all my charms today, and that's I need to put them away. So that means that I will do my weekly update on Facebook, upload a new coloring blank. I can put this up, by the way, again. There we go. Should be good. Still a little bit. There we go. So that's pretty much what I have going for now. Ooh, I can do some ASMR, namely cleaning up the varnish. So that's the last thing I'm gonna do. My sticks need to dry, so doesn't really peel off that nicely this time. So told you it was gonna be a short one. Hello, little spider. Why are you here? Move. No, I didn't kill it. It was a teeny tiny spider. I'm not scared of that. I just urged it to move by tapping on my desk. There were no spiders harmed in the production of this video, as far as I know anyway. Oops. I really need to get my sucky tape here so I can use that for cleaning. Ooh, this is a nice one. Does actually make green. I have no use what I will use this varnish chips for. We'll be seeing that later. I can always toss them. Don't really have to save them, but for now, who knows? There we go. More or less cleanish. Just needs to get the sucky tape here to make it actual more clean. So I'll be seeing you. Hopefully I can just stream Tuesday. I really hate those day names. But I'll be seeing you. Bye bye.